Listen to me very carefully, because what I'm about to tell you in the next few minutes is worth more than any degree from any business school in the world. I have made millions, I have lost millions, and I have made those millions back again. I have sat across the table from thousands of entrepreneurs on Shark Tank. I have invested in hundreds of companies. And through all of that, through every deal, every negotiation, every success, and every catastrophic failure, I have learned something that 500 suit of people will never understand. It's an Avicenna's Day challenge that will completely transform your relationship with money. And if you think you can skip day and jump to the sexy stuff later, you're already failing. Day is the foundation. Without this, everything else collapses. So before I tell you exactly what this rule is and how it's going to save you from financial disaster, I need you to do something for me right now. Hit that subscribe button. I don't care if you think you'll remember to do it later. You won't. Do it now. Smash that like button. Drop a comment with your day, total at the end of this video. Because we're building something here. We're building a community of people who understand that money isn't evil. Money is freedom. And if you want freedom, you need to follow these rules exactly as I give them to you. No shortcuts. No excuses. Now, here's the reality that nobody wants to talk about. Most people are broke, not because they don't work hard, not because they're stupid, but because they have absolutely no idea where their money goes. Zero clue they work, sisses, wusses, licks hours a week. They get their paycheck, and then like magic, it disappears. Gone. And at the end of the month, they're scratching their heads wondering why they have nothing left. Why they can't get ahead. Why after years of hard work, they're still living paycheck to paycheck. You know what I call that? Financial blindness. And it's killing you. I see it every single day on Shark Tank. Entrepreneurs come in with their businesses, and I ask them the simplest question in the world: what are your expenses? And you know what they say? Well, approximately around this much. I think it's about, I think? You think? Get out of my face. I don't invest in people who think they know their numbers. I invest in people who know their numbers down to the last penny. Because if you don't know where your money is going, you don't have a business. You have a hobby that's bleeding you dry, and this isn't just about business. This is about your personal life too. I've met doctors, lawyers, engineers, people making six figures who are broke. How is that possible? How do you make Erbet Ling a year and have nothing in the bank? I'll tell you how. You're leaking money. Every single day, you're hemorrhaging cash, and you don't even know it. That low-dollar coffee every morning. That Sturwell lunch you deserve. Those subscriptions you forgot you signed up for. That streaming service you haven't used in 6 months, but you're still paying for. Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, Spotify, that gym membership you used twice. Do you know what all of that adds up to? We dollars, Lu by dollars. Some of you are leaking Ealing in a month, and you have no idea. That's Stir Ling a year. Gone, vanished. Money that could have been invested, money that could have been generating returns, money that could have changed your life. But instead, it just leaked out of your pocket while you were scrolling on your phone. Here's the rule. The one rule that changes everything. Day E, rule number E, track every single penny that comes in and every single penny that goes out, or you will stay broke forever. Not maybe, not possibly. You will stay broke forever. I don't care about your excuses. I don't care that you're busy. I don't care that it's boring. I don't care that you think you have a general sense of where your money goes. And your general sense is wrong, your gut feeling is lying to you, and your bank account proves it. You want to know why the rich get richer? It's not because they make more money. There are plenty of high-income people who are poor. The rich get richer because they track every dollar. They know exactly where their money is. They know exactly where it's going. And they make intentional decisions about every single expense. Poor people spend and hope for the best. Rich people track and optimize. That's the difference. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, when I had my software company, we were growing fast, really fast. We were bringing in revenue. We were excited. Everything looked great on the surface, but something was wrong. We were always running out of cash. We'd have a great month, and then somehow we'd be scrambling to make payroll. I couldn't figure it out. We were making sales. Where was the money going? So I did something I should have done from day one. I started tracking everything, and I mean everything, every single expense, every coffee run, every taxi, every small purchase that nobody thought mattered, every software subscription, every we need this expense that someone approved without thinking. You want to know what I found? We were bleeding Servwar Ling a month on things that didn't matter. $15,000. We had subscriptions to software we didn't use. We were paying for services we'd forgotten about. People were expensing lunches and dinners that weren't necessary. We had small expenses that added up to catastrophic waste. Nobody thought they were the problem because individually, none of these expenses seemed like a big deal. But I wasn't tracking individuals, I was tracking the total. And the total was killing us. Yeah. The moment I started tracking every penny, everything changed. We cut that silverline waste down to almost nothing. And suddenly we had cash flow, real, actual, beautiful cash flow. That tracking saved my company. If I hadn't done it, we would have gone under. And I would have had no idea why. That's when I learned you cannot manage what you do not measure. If you're not tracking it, you're not in control of it. And if you're not in control of your money is controlling you. Now let me be very clear about what tracking means. I'm not talking about looking at your bank balance once a week and going, okay, cool, still got some money. That's not tracking. That's just checking if you're dead yet. Okay. Real tracking means you write down every single transaction, the art you spent on a bottle of water, the baller you spent on parking, the wuzzers you spent on groceries, the e-back you spent on rent, everything, every single thing. And I already know what you're thinking. Kevin, that sounds like a lot of work. You're damn right, it's a lot of work. Being rich is work. Building wealth is work. But you know what's more work? Being broke for the rest of your life. Working until you're chishawool because you never got control of your money. That's more work. Here's what I want you to do right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now, today, day E, step E, install a tracking app on your phone. I don't care which one. There are dozens of them. Mint, YNAB, EveryDollar, even a simple spreadsheet app. Pick one and install it right now. If you're watching this video, you have a phone capable of running an app. So do it. No excuses. And step R, start in this second, log every single purchase you make. Before you buy that coffee, you're going to open your app and log it. After you pay for lunch, you're going to log it. When you pay your bills, you're going to log them. This is not optional. This is the price of admission for building wealth. Okay, step Sam, at the end of this week, you're going to do an audit. You're going to sit down and look at where every single taco went. You're going to categorize it. Food, transportation, entertainment, subscriptions, bills, everything gets a category. And then you're going to see the truth. You're going to see where your money is actually going. And I promise you, you're going to be shocked. Most people have no idea they're spending low bite a month eating out. They don't realize they're spending Arbet a month on subscriptions they don't use. They don't see that they're spending eBite a month on impulse purchases at the convenience store. But once you track it, once you see it in black and white, you can't unsee it. And that's when you have power. That's when you can make changes. You can't cut expenses you don't know about. You can't optimize spending you're not measuring. But once you track everything, you're in control. You're the boss of your money instead of your money being the boss of you. Okay? Now, I want to address something. Some of you are thinking, Kevin, I make good money. I don't need to track every little thing. Wrong, wrong, dead wrong. That's exactly the attitude that keeps high-income earners broke. They think because they make eBite Oestersling a year, they don't need to worry about the small stuff. And that's why they have nothing saved. The small stuff is everything. A Woo dollar expense every day is Yul Bad by Arser Warvi a year. That's not small. That's real money. That's money that could be invested. That's money that could be compounding. But instead, you're pissing it away on things you don't even remember buying. Rich people track the pennies. Poor people ignore the pennies and wonder why they don't have dollars. It's that simple. Here's what's going to happen over the next Sanzers days. This challenge is going to get harder. We're going to build on this foundation. But if you don't do day, if you don't start tracking, everything else is pointless. You can't budget what you don't track. You can't invest what you don't save. You can't save what you don't track. It all starts here, day E. So here's my challenge to you. Here's what I want you to commit to right now. For the next Sensor days, you're going to track every single penny. No exceptions. No, I forgot. No, it's too hard. You're going to do this because you're serious about building wealth. You're serious about changing your financial future. And here's what I promise you. By the end of week, you're going to find at least a month in waste. Money you're spending that you don't need to spend. money that's leaking out of your life and giving you zero value in return. And once you find it, you're going to cut it. You're going to plug those leaks. And that money is going to start working for you instead of disappearing into nothing. This is not theory. This is not motivational fluff. This is the actual foundation of wealth building. Every rich person I know tracks their money. Every broke person I know doesn't. It's that simple. Okay. Now, I need you to do something for me right now. If this makes sense to you, if you're ready to stop being blind to where your money goes, I need you to smash that like button. I need you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And most important, I need you to comment below with day, committed, so I know you're actually going to do this. When you comment, you're making a public commitment. You're telling yourself and this community that you're serious, that you're not just watching videos for entertainment. You're actually going to change your life. We're building something here. We're creating a community of people who understand that financial freedom doesn't happen by accident. It happens by following proven rules, and rule number E is track every penny. Tomorrow, day R. I'm going to show you exactly what to do with the information you've gathered. I'm going to show you how to identify your biggest leaks and cut them without feeling deprived. But you can't do day R, or you've done day E. You can't skip steps. This is a sequential process. So install that app right now. Start tracking today. And I'll see you tomorrow for day. Now get out there and track every penny. Your future self will thank you.